The investigation begins. Keanu Reeves, known for his integrity and humanitarian efforts, embarked on an undercover mission to expose corruption in the high-end restaurant industry. Disguised as a janitor, he infiltrated Le Chateau, a prestigious fine dining establishment renowned for its luxury, but rumored to have a darker side. What he uncovered was a web of deception, mistreatment of employees, and fraudulent food practices. Before becoming a global icon, Keanu had always been fascinated by the human stories hidden beneath power and prestige. His journey into Le Chateau was driven by reports of unethical business practices, where employees were forced to work under grueling conditions while management covered up food safety violations. This mission would soon evolve into a confrontation between Keanu and Victor Langston, the restaurant's powerful owner. The truth behind Le Chateau: Langston, a shrewd businessman, had built his empire on the illusion of perfection. However, beneath the surface, the restaurant was a pressure cooker of corruption. Keanu witnessed food being repackaged past its expiration date, employees being overworked and underpaid, and a toxic environment where speaking out was met with swift retaliation. Keanu methodically documented evidence, secretly recording conversations between Langston and his associates. One of the most damning revelations was a discussion between Langston and his right-hand man, Marco, detailing how they bribed health inspectors and silenced whistleblowers. This was no longer just about an unethical restaurant. It was a systemic issue that extended into regulatory corruption. The exposure and public outrage. Keanu released the footage to investigative journalists, sparking a media firestorm. The public was outraged. Social media erupted with calls for action, and government officials were forced to respond. The luxury dining industry, once thought to be a realm of sophistication and class, was now under intense scrutiny. As Langston struggled to control the narrative, prominent chefs, critics, and celebrities voiced their opinions. Some defended the restaurant industry, arguing that competition forced extreme practices, while others condemned Langston and praised Keanu for his bravery. The fallout in the business world. The scandal had immediate and long-term effects on the restaurant industry. Investors withdrew from Langston's ventures. Customers boycotted his establishments, and lawsuits began piling up. The event also led to a wider discussion on transparency, food safety, and labor rights in high-end restaurants. Meanwhile, ethical business leaders started advocating for reforms, implementing better working conditions, and emphasizing integrity over profits. Keanu's actions set a precedent that success should not come at the cost of human dignity. Langston's reckoning and Keanu's resolve. Langston faced severe consequences. His empire crumbled, and he was forced to step down from his business. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he admitted that he had been blinded by ambition. However, redemption was not immediate. He had to answer for years of exploitation and deception. Keanu, on the other hand, remained steadfast. He continued advocating for workers' rights and ethical business practices. While he did not seek personal gain from his actions, his impact was undeniable. His investigation had not only exposed corruption, but had also ignited a movement demanding change. The hidden networks of power. As Keanu delved deeper, he uncovered that Langston was merely a pawn in a larger scheme. The corruption extended beyond the restaurant industry into political lobbying and corporate bribery. Powerful figures sought to suppress the truth, using intimidation tactics and legal maneuvers to silence whistleblowers. Keanu found himself entangled in a dangerous game, where threats lurked at every corner. Lisa, a former employee turned informant, warned him that exposing the full extent of the corruption could put his life at risk. However, Keanu refused to back down, knowing that the truth had to be revealed. The battle for justice. Despite the dangers, Keanu pressed forward, working with investigative journalists and legal experts to dismantle the corrupt network. He gathered testimonies from employees, uncovered financial records, and collaborated with activists to push for legislative changes. His determination inspired others to step forward, revealing their own experiences with corruption in the industry. Langston, now desperate, attempted to discredit Keanu by framing him for defamation. However, the overwhelming evidence against Langston made it impossible for him to escape justice. A high-profile court case ensued, drawing international attention and exposing the underbelly of corporate greed. A new era of accountability, the case led to widespread reforms in the restaurant industry. Stricter regulations were enforced, ensuring better working conditions, transparent food safety practices, and protections for whistleblowers. Langston and his associates faced legal repercussions, while Keanu's efforts were recognized as a landmark victory against corruption. Keanu's journey did not end with Langston's downfall. He continued to advocate for integrity in business, using his platform to promote ethical entrepreneurship and corporate responsibility. His actions served as a reminder that one person's courage could inspire systemic change. Conclusion: a fight for integrity, the story of Keanu Reeves versus Victor Langston was not just about one restaurant. It was about a system that prioritized wealth over integrity. It was a wake-up call for industries beyond dining, reminding the world that true success is measured by ethics and respect for others. The legacy of this event endured, inspiring new regulations and fostering a shift toward ethical business practices. It served as a testament to the power of truth and the courage of those willing to stand against corruption. In the end, Keanu's fight was not just for justice. It was for the soul of the industry itself.